Good evening friends and welcome to your Learner 171's channel. Let us do analysis for Friday, that is 16th June 2023. But before going any further, let us analyze what happened today, right? यानी कल हमने आज के लिए क्या डिस्कस किया था. वैसे today has been a very good trending day, right? A trending expiry day. But if you remember what we analyzed for yesterday, right? We said that if in case, where did we open today? This is just a minute. Today was Thursday. Okay, yeah, this is what we analyzed, right? Just in case, if we open gap up, right? If we open gap up and if we retrace down, right? If we open gap up, if we retrace down, and again if this pump is crossed, right? Again if this pump is crossed, we will go for a long, and you may see that there was continuous green candles, right? Continuous green candles to the high somewhere good at 18,792, right? Very closer to 18,800. You may see here also it is at 18,794. Now you must have, if you remember, I have discussed this so many times, right? For any long trades, we need this kind of price action which is going up, right? This is the kind of price action that we need. We have discussed it in many videos. And just in case, whenever the low is broken, right? Whenever this low is getting broken, that is the time we will exit, right? Whenever this low is broken. Now what happened today? We opened gap up. We came down, again we retraced, we broke this swing high, right? We broke this swing high and again we kept on going up, but again from this point, right? From this point, let me just take the cursor here. From this point, you may realize that from 10:25 a.m. you saw that it was trying to go down and then broke this swing, right? Broke this swing where the red candle came. So now if one exited here, this was a very good point to exit, right? Still having some good gains. But if you kept on staying in that trend, right? If you kept on staying in this trade, even when rather than when it was going higher highs frame, if it is coming down and breaking the lower swing, then there is no point in staying in this trade, right? Because it is not maintaining the higher highs position. It is not maintaining that higher highs, right? So it was better to exit at this point. So if one didn't exited here, then that person might have lost all the gains and the premium would also have been decayed, right? This was the overall intraday story. Another thing is if you observe Nifty on hourly patterns, right? On hourly, you may see that each and every candle has been a red candle without any recovery, right? So today's day has been a completely selling day, right? Selling day, as long as if one took the advantage of this previous hourly and exited in the previous swing, right? That is what happened in Nifty. If you see Banknifty also, each and every candle has been an hourly red candle, right? A good selling in Banknifty. If you see Banknifty's days candle also, अगर बैंक निफ्टी की डे की कैंडल देखो, दिस इज अ बिग रेड बेरिश मारूबाजू, समथिंग व्हिच डिडंट हैपन in the mid of the May, from the mid of the May till the mid of the June series, right? It happened today. It went all the way down. But first let us discuss Nifty, right? Now what further for Nifty? Again we are outside this parallel line channel, right? We are outside this parallel channel. Yesterday we discussed that there was a bullish hammer, right? As long as we are going for the upward journey and not breaking the lower swings, it is better to stay high. Once it is breaking lower swings, there is no point in staying it. But still, the people who have created longs from here, right? For them still, as long as Nifty stays above 18,550, they can still stay in the trade, right? Someone who has been long from this journey, right? From all the lower levels journey, they can still stay inside as long as 18,550 is not broken, right? That is what we had discussed for positionals. Now what further for intraday? Now whenever you see this kind of hourly selling, right? Whenever this kind of hourly momentums have also been created from, if you see this Thursday's pattern also, next few days have still continued as selling days, right? अगर gap up हो भी जाता है तो भी it is sold, right? We have also discussed the same in the parallel channels. So for tomorrow now, as long as again Nifty doesn't survive above 18,770, right? Until and unless Nifty doesn't survive above 18,770 on hourly patterns, on hourly closing, not just like if it is creating an hourly candle, like creating this big shadow and again closing down. This is not what we need. Until and unless Nifty spot doesn't survive above 18,770, we are not thinking about new longs, right? Any new longs, right? And positionals also, if one is long from this swing low, right? Anywhere from this swing low, that person shouldn't hold once 18,550 is broken, right? Because below 18,550, more selling pressure can come. So coming back to the intraday frame, कल के लिए, as long as Nifty doesn't survive above 18,770 with an hourly closing, we are not seeing any further uptrend possibility, right? Second thing, If we open gap up, right? If we open gap up and any negative price action happen, just like this shooting star, just like this big bearish red candle, or like this shooting star, any negative price action it's seen. I'll come back to 15 minutes frame to make you understand this. Yeah. If any negative price action is seen, like you can see here, see when this parallel channel was broken, right? ये parallel channel टूटने के बाद look at this price action. Even though this is green candle, but it closed in the shooting star pattern, right? Never broke the high and kept on coming down. So any gap up opening, if it is making this kind of negative price action, gap up opening somewhere closer to 18750 or 770, making a negative price action, there is again a shorting opportunity, right? A gap up opening, if it is staying sustained, then we know that what we have discussed, at least 18770 should be survived on early closing. Then we will see if the price action is again maintaining the higher rise position, then the new longs can be created, right? Until then, no new longs will be created. Okay, so that is the first scenario. If it opens gap up, goes for downward journey, we are interested till the previous closing, and if it continues downwards, we are staying in the trend. But gap up, if it is sustained, we will wait whether 18770 can be closed on early basis or not. What if we open flat? अभी कोई भी flat opening, if it starts going up, right? Any flat opening, if it starts going up, I am not interested in call. A flat opening which is going up, again coming down. Any flat opening which is going up and again coming down and breaking the swing low, right? And breaking the swing low again, then I am interested for shorting. Or any flat opening which goes up to this previous swing high, right? Goes up to this previous swing high, and from here again if it is creating a negative price action, right? And again from here if it is creating a negative price action, again from here if it is creating any candles, any red candles which is showing that lower loose formation can be created, right? Like again a shooting star, again a bearish engulfing to the previous, this kind of bearish engulfing, right? To the previous green candle. Again if it is showing a reversal signal, then I am interested in shorting, right? A flat which goes up, comes down, we are interested in shorting. A flat which keeps on staying up, then let it go up, let it survive above 18770, only then we are interested. Not in flat, only in gap up, right? If flat is going up, we are not interested. Flat which is coming down, we are interested. Another scenario in flat opening, if we open flat and break the low, right? If we open flat and break the low of 18668, right? 18668, 18660, again we might consider an intraday opportunity for this gap filling, right? For this gap filling which is closer to 18614. If we open flat, break the low swing and the negative price action is made, right? Remember what we say is negative price action. Like for example, in this parallel line channels, you may see that in this parallel channel, this acted as support when the positive price action was made, and then it kept on going up. Only the negative price action broke the parallel channel, right? Negative price action. Similarly, here a negative price action, if it is going down, then we are interested with flat, right? So we discussed flat, we discussed gap up. What if we open gap down? For any gap down, only any gap down closer to 18600 or 18580 levels, if it retraces up and again break down, right? If it retraces up and again break down, then we are interested in shorting. Any gap down opening, if it is coming up and up, we are leaving the trade, right? Any gap down opening. Why we are thinking that way? Because whenever selling happens, right? Whenever selling happens, sellers stay active in order to just keep on draining call premiums, right? As long as previous swing high is not broken, right? As long as previous swing high is not broken. That is the reason gap down opening, if it retraces up, breaks the low, we are interested in shorting. Gap down opening, if it keeps on pumping up, we are not interested. So we have discussed all the three scenarios for Nifty. Now let us come to on Bank Nifty. After a long time, see when was this? On 15th May, from 15th May to 15th June. It took entire month. पूरे महीने के बाद this consolidation zone was finally broken, right? But what we have discussed for major trends, at least a day's candle needs to close below this low, this bullish hammer low, right? Which we discussed yesterday also. What is this hammer's low? It is 43,390. इसके नीचे अगर if a day's candle close, then the selling can be more aggressive, right? Then the selling can be more aggressive. We can get first target closer to 42,600, and even this is survived with a negative candle closing, we can come all the way down to 41,620. Remember, when I say a day's candle closing, what I mean is I don't want a shadow breaking it. I want candle closing below it. For example, what was the support here earlier? The support was 43,690. So a candle has closed below 43,690, right? Similarly, the day's candle. So what happened today in Bank Nifty? First of all, Bank Nifty, if you remember, we had discussed three scenarios in Bank Nifty as well. Let me just take it back to 15 minutes, right? So we are back to 15 minutes, and where did we started today? Or I'll take it back on 5 minutes to make it more clear and visible, right? On Bank Nifty, I had discussed that if we open flat and if we break 43,850, right, flat or gap down opening, then I'm interested in shorting. But we opened gap up. What was the closing? 43,964. Where did we open? We opened at 44,070, right? We opened at 44,070. So from 43,964 to 44,070, it was almost 100 points up, right? यहाँ से नीचे आने ते वक्त I had said that I would love this opportunity. Why? Because even though today we fell very well down, right? Even though this was a very good shorting opportunity, but this was not part of setup. And I always prefer to take trades as per setup, due to which the losses can also stay limited and gains can also be decent, right? And it gives more opportunity to preserve the capital and earn good. If it is not in setup, I don't take this trade. Even though the trade was beautiful, right? It has broken the lower swing, and you see each and every way it went for downward journey. But what happened here? Once it opened gap up and once it reached to this 43,850 ka level, you may see that a swing pump came all the way to 43,950. So anyone who created new shorts here after the gap up opening which came here, their SL would have hit here, right? Their SL would have hit here, and again when it came down, people would have thought कि अभी यहाँ पे bullish hammer है, this would be a longing opportunity, right, for intraday buyers. And if one had longed here, again they would have seen losses, right? Again closer to this support, 43,690 support, the support which acted as a good support in this previous journey, right? Let me take it back to 15 minutes in order for you to make understand, right? See here, where it acted as good support and gave a good pumping journey if one has thought of creating long here. Now remember that in downward journey, it is very important that in order for calls or longs to be stronger, it needs to break the previous swing high, right? When one can see that the journey is clearly going for a downward movement, right? A downward movement is happening. When one can clearly see that, forgive me, I'm not that good in drawing. But that is how it is. You may see that it is, if it is going in downward journey, at least any new lower low needs to break the previous swing high, right? The previous swing high needs to be broken. If it is not breaking the previous swing high, what is the purpose of creating long support, right? There is no point in creating it. That is one thing. So if one has gone again for the shorting journey, once again 43,850 was broken, that person would have been benefited, right? Now again, what in Bank Nifty for tomorrow? For Bank Nifty, if you see that on hourly patterns, we are again down, and now we have broken this 43,690 ka support, the support which stayed as the support for almost a month, from what? From 14th May to 15th of June, right? It is broken today. So any gap up opening which makes negative price action, the similar way we discussed in Nifty, any gap up opening which is closer to 43,500, 43,690, if it comes closer to this, makes negative price action, we are interested in shorting, right? Any gap up opening, if it is sustained, we are leaving the trade. Let it sustain, let us see whether how further it can go, right? Any gap up opening, we are not taking the trade. Only if gap up opening does the negative price action, we are interested in shorting. Any flat opening, if it breaks 43,379, right? Any flat opening, if it breaks the support of 43,379 with a negative price action, with the price action which is making the swings of lower highs and lower lows, right? With the price action which is making this swing, as long as this price action is going on, we are interested in shorting, right? No sooner these swings turn into this kind, right, where it is breaking the previous swing high, we will exit. Now remember that if you are shorting from here, you can still stay in the trade, right? But if you are shorted here, it may drain your gain, so you may wait for another opportunity, right? Only if it again breaks down, then you may again re-enter, right? That is what we keep on discussing while buying puts, right? So a flat opening which goes down and breaks the level downwards, we are interested. A flat opening again which keeps on pumping up, we are leaving the trade, right? So we discussed gap up opportunity, we discussed flat. What if we open gap down? Now any gap down opening after such a severe selling, we will wait at least for 30 minutes, see the price action, whether it is again going for sideways price action or downwards. And only if the price action continues downwards, we may continue in the trade. If it is coming up, we will again wait for 30 minutes and see how the price action goes and only take the trade, right? In this way, we have discussed all the probabilities for gap up, gap down as well as flat. On this note, I close today's video. See you in tomorrow's video. Thank you.